I'm a seasoned hiker, but the Appalachian Trail at night is a different world. I'd set up camp near a small creek, miles from the nearest trailhead. Around midnight, I woke up to a sound that didn't belong in the wilderness. It was whistling. It wasn't a bird or the wind. It was a person whistling a nursery rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. But it was slow, off-key, and coming from the dense brush just outside my tent. I grabbed my bear spray and sat in total silence. The whistling stopped. Then a voice whispered, "I know you're awake, Ben. My name is Ben." But I hadn't seen a single soul on the trail for 2 days. My stomach dropped. I heard the sound of heavy boots crunching on the dry leaves, circling my tent. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Every few steps, the whistling would start again, just for a few notes. I didn't move until the sun came up. When I finally stepped outside, I found something that still haunts me. Carved into the tree directly facing my tent door was my full name, my date of birth, and yesterday's date. I didn't finish the hike. I ran until I hit the road. I lived in a ground floor apartment in a decent part of the city. I always felt safe, until the night I decided to pull my blinds up just a few inches to let the moonlight in. I was scrolling through my phone in bed around 2 a.m. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something move in the gap of the window. I froze. I didn't want to look, but I had to. There, pressed against the glass, were the top half of a man's face, just his eyes and his forehead. He wasn't moving. He wasn't trying to break in. He was just staring at me with these wide, unblinking eyes. I stayed perfectly still, my heart hammering against my ribs. I thought if I didn't move, he'd think I was asleep. But then, he did something that made my blood turn to ice. He pulled a small, digital camera out of his pocket and held it up to the glass. Click. The flash went off, illuminating my entire room for a split second. I bolted for the door, screaming at the top of my lungs. By the time the police arrived, he was gone, but they found something in the flower bed under my window. A small, wooden stool he'd brought with him, and a pile of cigarette butts. He'd been standing there, watching me, for hours. I moved out the next day. I haven't slept with the blinds open since.
I've always been a person who trusts technology more than my own intuition. When my GPS told me to exit the interstate 3 hours outside of Seattle, I didn't question it. It was 11:45 p.m. The sky was a bruised purple, and the rain was hitting my windshield like 1,000 tiny needles. My destination was a small town in the Cascades, but the main highway was backed up due to a chemical spill. The GPS, a specialized, expensive unit I used for long hauls, piped up in that calm, synthetic voice, rerouting. Take exit 142. Alternate route will save 40 minutes. I took the exit. Within minutes, the asphalt turned into gravel. The streetlights vanished. It was just me, my headlights, and the dense, suffocating wall of pine trees pressing in from both sides. The deviation 5 miles in, the gravel turned into dirt. My tires were churning through thick, black mud. I felt a knot of dread tighten in my stomach. I pulled over to check the map, but the screen was different now. The blue line representing the road was shaking. The icons for gas stations and rest stops were replaced by strange, nonsensical symbols, upside-down triangles and black circles. In 500 feet, turn right onto unknown road, the GPS whispered. The voice sounded different. It was less synthetic, more hoarse. I looked to my right. There was no road. Just a gap in the trees barely wide enough for my sedan. I was about to put it in reverse when my phone, sitting in the cup holder, flared to life. No signal. 0 bars. But a text message came through from an unknown number, "Don't turn right." The encounter, I froze. My breath was shallow. The GPS started chirping, faster and faster. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. It was shrieked now, the audio clipping and distorting through the speakers. I looked into the gap in the trees. In the distance, illuminated by a stray flash of lightning, I saw a figure. It was tall, impossibly tall, standing in the middle of the unknown road. It wasn't moving. It was just watching. I slammed the car into reverse, but the wheels just spun in the mud. The GPS voice stopped. The screen went black. Then, a single line of green text appeared on the display, "I have arrived." 3 to 4 o'clock, the pursuit. Something hit the back of my car. Hard. The entire chassis rocked. I looked in the rearview mirror, but all I could see was the reflection of my own terrified eyes and the deep, oppressive dark. I floored it, praying for traction. The tires finally bit, and I fishtailed back toward the gravel road. But as I drove, the GPS turned itself back on. It wasn't giving directions anymore. It was playing a recording of my own voice from 10 minutes ago, talking to myself about being tired. Then, it played the sound of my own scream, from the future. A scream I hadn't made yet. 4 to 5 o'clock, the escape and aftermath. I hit the main highway at 80 miles per hour, nearly clipping a semi-truck. I didn't stop until I reached a well-lit gas station 20 miles away. I took the GPS unit and threw it into the trash can behind the building. When I got home, I checked my phone. The text message from the unknown number was gone. But when I opened my Maps app one last time, my home location had been moved. It was now set to a point in the middle of the woods, on a road that didn't exist. I don't drive at night anymore. Because every time I start my car, the speakers let out a faint, static heavy whistle, and I know the route is still being calculated.